treadmill. Oh, laundry. Water. Hey guys, good morning. I'm gonna go outside, check out the area. Morning. Gotta love those Airstreams. Beautiful. Bambi. Canadian prisoners. Yep. Illegal flight patterns. Still don't think I've ever eaten there. Crystal. Saw one in New Orleans with the boys. Bono's Barbecue Smoke Shop Hookah. Boost Mobile. Hungry Howie's. I forgot to shut their, turn off their open sign. But the only time I've ever eaten at a Hungry Howie's was with Matt from Reckless Eating. Well, whoever said Florida was the Sunshine State is a liar. It is. Yesterday was crazy. Apparently they had either tornado warnings or they actually had a tornado. I don't know. I haven't turned on any radios or anything. But anyway, so today is Monday, February, I think it's the 5th. That's gotta be the 5th, right? And so I got up at 7:30. Actually, I got up at 6:30. Somebody slammed their door really loud. It scared the shit out of me. And yeah, so that woke me up. And I kind of fell back asleep. Then I actually woke up about 5 minutes before my alarm. And then I just kind of looked through my social media stuff, did a little TikTok, and I'm like, dude, don't sit here for 3 hours TikToking. Get out there, get your walk done, work off some of that food you ate yesterday. That pizza was phenomenal. And you guys might not know where I ate. So I ate somewhere. I'm not going to say it this time. I think I kind of maybe spoiled the video for some people by telling you what I ate and where I ate. So listen, I'm not going to tell you. I wanted to go to a specific place and have a specific meal, had it all planned out, but then when I put something out on my social media, somebody said, oh, you got to do Cuban food. I'm like, oh, that would be a great idea. So when I got to my hotel, I looked up Cuban places, and by the time I got to my hotel, it was after 8. All the Cuban places closed at 9 o'clock. So there's no way I'd get out of my room, get in my car, get to the place in time to sit down and have a good Cuban meal. So I started looking for other options. Basically, I was looking for anything that was open until at least 11 or 12. That would give me time. And so I found a place, and I'll give you maybe a little bit of information about that. I get to the place, it closes at 12, got there at, let's say 9, maybe 9:30. And as soon as I walk in, we're closed. I'm like, what? Because the internet says you're open till 12. It's a pizza place, it's gotta be. She goes, no, our ovens are down. I'm like, oh my God. And there was like at least 3 other people waiting for their orders that I guess halfway got done. Maybe the ovens are still good for a little bit until the whatever is in there cooking will at least cook that. They just couldn't cook a new one. And so I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, where's it? Like this, I've discovered that it's a huge chain of restaurants. So I'm like, well, let me switch arms. So the people in the foyer told me there was one south of where I was. And so I booked it down there. And thank goodness they weren't as busy as this store was, and with no ovens that were working. So 2 awesome dudes working in this pizza joint, and served me up fine, some good eats. He tried to upsell me to because I think their small pizza was like $10 and change, but they had a special one for a large one topping. I said, like, dude, I said I would normally take it home, and then I don't have anywhere to. I'm like doing so many restaurants. I really can't stand wasting food like that. But so he's like, all right. I think he gave me a good deal anyway. He was being really nice, and I left my credit card in the machine for. Sometimes when you're doing that whole process, you kind of get caught up in just talking with somebody, and it wasn't, or the tap didn't work. My tap doesn't really work great down here in the States. So I put it in the machine. You had to put it like in top, and it's a high counter. And then we had to go through the whole rigmarole of leaving a tip, and we were still yapping about Toronto and stuff. And then I did everything, and then we kept talking, and then I walked away and started looking at my phone. And the other guy came in, pulled my Visa card, and goes, dude. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Oh, that's the second time I've done that. The first time I did that was with Carol, and I think it was Cincinnati, and we're at like a market, and it was one of those ones where I think it was another one where I stuck the thing in, had to do all this stuff with the computer. That's why I hate when my tap doesn't work, because you just tap, put it back in your wallet. So I'll have to create a system so that I don't do that again. The first time I ever visited Florida was my mom, my dad, my sister, and I, and my dad's brother, my uncle, and aunt, and their 3 girls, my 3 cousins. We all went to Disney World, and that was the first time I had ever been to Disney World or Florida. And my cousins had been at least once or twice before me. So this was our first time. Had a great time. Stayed at the Polynesian. Loved that place. Anyway, so, and I think about 4 years later, I was 15 or 16, and time sharing and all that stuff was a big thing back then. I'm not sure if it's a big thing now, but my mom and dad, when they were married, they were broke, and they worked their asses off, and that's where I get my motivation to do what I do. They work their asses off with their own companies, and back in 1980, 81, their business was doing really well. So they bought a villa at the Sun and Lakes Golf and Country Club, and it was just like a 1-bedroom, small kitchen, dining room. And it was part of an 8-unit, so there was 4 units on one side, 4 units on the other side, a little bit of a gate thing around it, and a pool in the middle, which was the best part. And we had 2 pull-out couches, so my sister and I got a couch each. My mom and dad got the bedroom. Yeah, we did that for, I'm thinking 20 years. We would go down at Christmas time, and then we'd go down again at Easter or March break. And for our honeymoon, my mom and dad let us have the villa, so we didn't have to spend any money on that. They had a brand new, when we got married, which was in '94, they had a brand new Grand Am. I can't remember the model, but it was a really nice car. And so they let us borrow that. So we didn't have to rent a car, didn't have to pay for a hotel. So we actually went to Disney World. Spent our honeymoon, our first few nights in Disney World, and did all the ride stuff. That's how we wanted to celebrate our honeymoon. We didn't want to lie on the beach and do nothing. So the point I'm slowly getting to, I know it's taking a while, big truck, is Florida has an aroma, a smell that's very pleasant to me. I've been smelling it for a very long time. And it's one of the only states that I've ever visited, only place I've ever been that has the smell. I'm not sure if it's the trees, I'm not sure if it's the soil, I don't know what it is, but to me, I don't know. I guess it depends where in Florida you're talking. I'm sure there's some stinky parts of Florida, but every time I come to Florida, there's just some smell. I'm not sure there's more oxygen here. In Canada, there's no leaves on the trees right now, and then all of a sudden you pop down here. Maybe that's what it is. You're in Canada. You hit October, November, December, January. You hit into February. You got 4 months, no leaves on the trees. You don't really see the soil, and then all of a sudden you come down here and it's lush and beautiful, and look, Waffle House. I'm not sure if you noticed that behind me. It's really hard to walk past the Waffle House at 9 o'clock in the morning. I left my wallet on purpose at the hotel just in case I had a moment of weakness. So let me know if you are a Canadian, if you visit Florida, do you smell that? Again, I would call it a smell of beauty, let's call it. It's part of Florida, and I really enjoy it. To me, it's very therapeutic, and I just love the state. It's just been a part of my life for a very long time, and I guess it's, they say the receptors in your nose will associate smells with events that are happening in your life. So when you were a kid and your mom would make you these fresh cookies, those smells hit your olfactory receptors, and you're happy, you're with your mom, she's making you cookies, the smell's going in, and your brain locks that in, so that when you're in your 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, and you're going to buy a house and somebody purposely puts cookies in the oven to make the house smell like cookies, and you think of your mom and you buy the house.
Split 5, split pace, 11 minutes, 31 seconds per kilometer.
Just past the 5 kilometer mark. Probably going to do, I did about 2 kilometers kind of around the hotel area, and then I'm like, well, I'll do 4, and then turn around at the 4 more, I guess at the 7 kilometer mark. That way I should get at least a 10K in. Well, today I'm meeting up with somebody I've never met before, but he lives here. You guys will know him. And I guess this is going up tomorrow, so I can tell you. It's Rye Nirvana. R-Y Nirvana. So it's Ryan. And I heard that he's going to be having a double hip replacement surgery, and some other kind of stuff that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about. So, and it's risky stuff, and he said, one day I'd love to meet you. I said, well, let's make it happen. So, created this trip, wanted to meet Ryan, get a bunch of videos shot, take Ryan out to lunch, dinner, I guess we're on lunch. Wish them all the best, and I wish you guys all the best. Those of you who are possibly going through something like that, have a possible surgery coming up, or you've already gone and had a surgery and you're recovering. A lot of people, I've got messages from people in hospitals before saying, thanks for your videos, it helps pass the time, but it makes me hungry. I'm like, oh, I love to hear those stories. Thank you very much. I'm so glad my videos can help you. Well, I got about 4 kilometers to go. It's about 12 degrees Celsius. I'm starting to heat up. I'm going to take this jacket off. Just want to wish you guys a happy and safe day. I've got a long day ahead of me. Got to do a bunch of stuff. Meet Ryan. Create more content. Put it up on YouTube. And repeat. Have a good day, guys. Bye.